Hello, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
It's we're getting a podcast in here, 2 in 1 month. So I think we're doing a little bit better than we have been doing previously, and I'm excited about that.
Me too.
So today, what we want to talk about a little bit is,
well, the subject of magic. Now, this was submitted as a subject by another person, not myself. So we haven't really narrowed it down to be like, what aspect of magic do we want to talk about? So I'm going to open this with asking Chris, what, if she can recall, a couple of days ago inspired this subject?
Oh, that's...
If you recall.
I don't recall what inspired that topic, but I think more on a broader note, what we had talked about earlier was the fact that right now I feel like there's a lot going on, and so there's a lot of thoughts that come in and out, and if I don't write the topic down, then I don't remember what I want to talk about it, and then if I don't follow through on that thought the same day, then it becomes difficult to put the threads back together.
And so that's why she texted me with just the word magic a couple of days ago.
Yeah, it's true. I did do that. But
and I'm happy that you did, but it just brings to my mind like what prompted you to text that word that morning.
Well, and then I would just say, because I can't remember, just to turn that back on to you and say, what in this time in our lives and this point in history, how can magic be useful?
So you want to talk about the positive side to the term magic?
I want to talk about whatever that means to you, whatever that question means to you.
Well, I think that for me, and I think for many people, not all people, of course, I can't speak for that, but many people, just when I think about magic, I sort of think about a term that is used for things that are beyond our understanding or can't be explained. And I think that in different contexts, that can be quite positive, but also negative. For instance, some of us
Really?
Yeah.
I would never think that magic could be, when you just say the word magic, with nothing before magic, just magic. I would never think that could be construed any other way than...
But positive?
Or... at the minimum, just neutral.
Oh, okay.
That's interesting.
I was attaching it to the basic idea that magic, in my mind, can be used as anything that can't be explained. And so then the negative side to that, potentially to me, is organized religion, for instance. Right? Where people are like saying, oh, no, it's a fact. And you're going like, no, it's something that you don't understand. And so then you're trying to like bring it down and saying it's a fact or it's a rule or it's that kind of thing. And then oppression happens based on nothing more than something you don't understand. You or a faction of people don't understand. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of a negative aspect to
magic.
Yeah, I guess I hear what you're saying. It's like, but if we're going with that description of explaining something that you can't understand, then there's positive aspects to that and sort of oppressive aspects to that.
So yes, if we're going with your definition of that.
All right, well, let's
to describe magic. So then the question becomes, the second question is, in this day and age,
well,
how is that? How can we not assign, but how is that useful for us in this day and age?
Well, I think the positive aspect to that, as opposed to what I was just talking about, would be imagination, would be an expanded sort of acceptance of, well, I don't understand it, but I have a spirit of inquiry, and striving further for things that I don't necessarily understand or I've never seen before, but they're not out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah.
And so I guess that's what the positive aspect of that term, using it the same way as things that we don't understand. As opposed to using it to oppress, like, as an instance, organized religion. Saying that God, we're going to, I think that that's all kind of magical thinking in a sense, because there's no proof to it and we don't understand it, a higher power, whatever we want to call it. But people are very willing to oppress other people in the name of something that is merely magical thinking.
Interesting. I never thought about it like that.
Well, tell me, or, your context of the word magic.
Well, to me, it's just, it is unexplained, but it's also something that I think people create.
How? Like individuals create it, or?
Yes. I think
and what does that look like?
Well, I think it's, you have one person here, you have the other person over there. They both have talents, and then you put them together, and then magic is created, because it is a creation that takes one thing and transmutes it or elevates it to a whole nother thing that you never thought it could be.
Like a synergy kind of a thing. Or it's greater than the sum of both its parts. Is that the saying? Like when you put 2 and 2 together and you get
whatever
5.
you get.
You get more.
Yeah, whatever
you get more than just the sum of
it's
their
the
parts.
unexpected.
So do you think that magic is always positive?
I do.
Okay.
I do. It has a positive connotation, so that's kind of why, for me, I said, well, if you don't put anything like anywhere in front of it, like dark magic, like black magic, like, all of the other things, because then then that has this tint, it around it,
either good or bad.
Right.
Yeah.
So when I say magic, to me, sometimes it's just synchronicity. Sometimes it's just, sometimes it's just those coincidences that are
the coincidences.
Not necessary. Like we were walking in the airport coming back from Chicago or going to Chicago, I can't remember, and you had your bag, but it seemed to me,
I love that.
It seemed to me that we needed a cart. We needed one of those carts at the airport that you pay like 50 cents or $1 for, so that my honey didn't have to lug this pack around. And I thought it, and then I looked in a corner. I'm not kidding. I
literally
just
a
looked
random
to
corner
my right
at O'Hare,
and the cart was right there. We didn't have to pay for it. And
we didn't have to go look for it. It was literally presented itself. I love that.
So
that was kind of magic.
So that's kind of what I think about. And so sometimes the qualities it has for me is unexpected, delightful, adventurous, fun, risky. All of those things that are just not able to be predicted. That's, to me, what magic is.
Okay.
Some of it.
Yeah.
The other part of it, to me, I think is just, I don't know. I got lost in that thought. But so that was kind of I guess, where we could end.
Yeah. Well, I mean, all that to say that it really is one of those words, I think, there are many of them that are such a concept that if you're going to talk about it with others, you almost kind of all have to understand like what the word means to everybody. You know, like my idea that it's more of a concept that can be good or can be bad. It's not in and of itself a positive or negative thing. Your context or your thought of it is like a synchronicity and a delight and an unexpected, unexplained, positive thing. So I guess that's what maybe our listeners will take from that. You know, just sort of an interesting musing on a large word.
Yeah, I think that's a good summary. I guess my other takeaway would be that where we're at right now, it would be nice to have more moments that people are able to simply experience the moments that they're in, enjoy those moments, and look for other moments like that, and be able to share that with the en masse or everybody in the world.
Yeah.
And so that's what I would say.
I like yours better.
So on that note,
I
think we will wrap it up for the month of May.
The merry, merry month of May.
We'll see you later.
Bye.